Okay, so we had to do one more drive tonight. Jim Pettibone here, Euro Truck Simulator 2, discovering Europe, discovering France. We are hauling a Fliegl cistern container from Oulu, Finland to Paluel, France. We have 101 hours and 49 minutes remaining in the contract and stand to earn 35,540 euros. Okay, we will be driving the DAF XF Euro 6 Space, 435 horsepower, 2100 Newton meters torque with a ZF AS-tronic transmission or gearbox. Transmission over here, gearbox over here. 1,400 liters of fuel on full tanks, or full tank, not sure which. Well, we'll soon discover where we're going to be on this. Most of this is a ferry trip. Almost all. Land distance, 1,001 kilometers. Ferry distance, 2,017 kilometers. Trip time, 53 hours and 45 minutes. We start out here, catch the ferry, we're going to discover Hull, which, okay, that's nothing more than a ferry dock. Come over to Europort, and then down through the Netherlands, Belgium, and into France. To Paluel. Anyway, it's 8 o'clock in the morning on Friday. They expect delivery by 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday. And the Fliegl semi-cistern container. It's an important delivery. Picking it up from Polar Fish and delivering it to EDF. Yep, 35,000 euros. So, let's see what we can do here. Let's see, where are we? Oh, there's the gate. Okay, there we are. Okay, set the brake, start the engine up. Okay, so we're going 3,000. What we are? Friday at 8 o'clock in the morning. Expected delivery Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We can go 3,000. Oh, we got almost a full tank. All right, so let's see. We started our engine up. Let's turn on our headlights. Do we have any? Oh, we just have our headlights. We don't have any fancy lights. Okay, put in gear. And take off the parking brake. Okay. Over. Oh, lots of pretty bushes here. We'll have to take her. Of course. Red light. So, we're down to 53 hours. Wish you knew my cars better. I make comments on the cars, but to me, they're all look a lot alike. There's a few I can pick out. When I get behind them. Volvos, some of the newer ones. I like the body style. I like the way the taillights match up to the body style. The Volkswagen Beetle, the PT Cruiser, yeah, I don't know what sells. I don't know what else. Oh, Bugatti Veyron. Trying to think of what Jazzy Cat's got cars in here for. But most of all the cars, I really can't. Oh, that was close. Really can't tell them apart. They all look so much the same. Don't know there's something being murdered out in the bushes or... I this is the longest part of the trip, or driving wise. This will be the longest part, I think. Getting down to the ferry. There was a Pro Mod something other sign there. I hate roundarounds. When I was working for the city of Kennewick, they put in a couple of new roundabouts, whatever these things are called. People just couldn't really see. Some of the people there just couldn't really seem to get the idea of what it was all about. Some people, it's shorter to go to the left and go around than it is to go to the right and circle all the way around to go to this other street. Lucky there were no collisions, but I was sitting in the parking lot up by one of the new ones. It was up by well, anyway, it doesn't matter where it was, but I was watching the traffic go through the roundabout, and they put it in there because the way it had worked before is the high school was just up the street, and when school let out, there was lots of cars, and they were trying to make the turn to come in, or to either right or left to come out of the high or down the street the high school was on. And there were other businesses and industries up there, so you had school buses, you had cars with students in them, you had cars that were leaving the businesses, going to the businesses, you had trucks that were making deliveries or had made deliveries or had picked up stuff. So yeah, just a huge traffic pile up on this one street that went up towards the high school. And so they put the roundabout in, and to alleviate some of it. But like I said, some people just really never got the hang of what they were supposed to do. And I was sitting there watching the cars go by and go into that roundabout. And some were, like a four-way intersection, per se. And some would take the right side of the round and follow it as they should. As some of them, they didn't want to go do that. They just went to the right side and took the short corner there. And like I said, nobody got hit, but I was really surprised that nobody did. And the road that I take to go to work, it used to be the old highway coming in from Spokane, headed east, and it's basically a two lanes west, 2 lanes east, and there's a center median. And from my understanding, right in front of me, of course. And from my understanding, they're taking the well, basically you have one street that has quite a bit of traffic on it. Kind of a T-ish intersection. They have to come down to the intersection, and then they have to cross the eastbound or westbound lanes, and then that little maybe 2 or 3 car long median, and then cross the eastbound lanes. Well, I guess what they're going to do is they're going to put a roundabout there to help take the traffic off. And then there's another intersection farther down and goes into a residential area. And initially they took and just dropped a kind of a long left turn lane in there, and then added a lane to go if you're coming from the south side of the highway. They added a lane to bring you up into the north side, and people you couldn't. They put in a huge apartment complex, and the only way those people can go is if they want to go east towards Coeur d'Alene. They have to go west until they can get to a turnaround, or there's several cut-throughs through the median, and they have to go to those cut-throughs and then turn around and head back. So I guess I'm not really sure what they're doing, but they've torn up all the eastbound lanes. Torn up all the asphalt, torn up the concrete, everything else. They've been laying blue plastic pipe. I don't know if that's water or sewer. But they've been laying, it's like a, I don't know, 24, 36-inch pipe. Basically almost down the center of the old eastbound lanes. So I'm not really sure whether they tore all up just to lay that pipe or they are going to put in. They've taken down all the lights there at the one intersection. So not really sure what they're going to do, but somebody did say they were going to put roundabouts, roundy rounds, traffic circles. Whatever these things are called. I'll tell you, I'd be really torqued if I have to stop and take a rest before I get to the ferry. got? How much driving time we got? Oh, we still got 6.5 hours. No big deal. We can do this. I think it's 164, 160 kilometers. Fairly certain we can. Know whether I can. Excuse me. Past my bedtime. But I got hooked on it. This is my 4th drive tonight. I got hooked and I had to do it. I was going to upload videos, but I can do that tomorrow. I was going to render videos. I can do that tomorrow. Does it work on the shed? Maybe not. I have to work on that. I have to get it. I've got boxes and boxes and boxes of model railroad stuff. Been buying for the past couple of years. Gotta get the garage, gotta get the shed fixed so I can get the stuff out of the garage and into the shed so I can go in there and start putting the train room up. Start working on that instead of just having a whole bunch of boxes of train stuff sitting around. But it's kind of a double-edged sword on that, because there was stuff I'd like to get it, but what am I going to do with it? I can't do anything with it right now. Now, like 3-4 years later, it's not available anymore. Or if it is, it's got some guy that's been hoarding it on eBay that wants, well, you can't buy it, so you got to pay my price. Bids start out $5 more than what the thing cost originally. So kind of when I see stuff, and some of the manufacturers, they don't say that they're limited run, but Classic Metalworks especially, basically they each year they make a run of vehicles. When those vehicles are gone, that's it, done. And then the new year, or the new year comes out, and they have another set of vehicles and cars and trucks, so on and so forth. Some of their things they still have because they maybe didn't sell as well, but they still have them in stock. But for the most part, a lot of their stuff, and and I saw the stuff in the store and I thought, well, I'd like to get that, but why? Well, now I can't. And railroad cars, well, yeah, but I can't, well, and okay, now I can't find them. So it's kind of, you know, I just... Well, by the time you get around there, you really can't even see what's in the mirror. I want a model like Great Northern. And 10 years ago, you could buy. I also want a model like the steam era transition, where you have diesel to steam, mostly steam. And 6 years ago, thereabouts, you could order a dozen different Great Northern steam engines, different styles, things like that, different manufacturers, different styles. Now it's like 3. If you're lucky, if you can find them. If you don't want to go through the whole process of skinning them and repainting them and everything else, you will just buy them. It's very few. Pretty much everything has gone to East Coast. Whoa! East Coast or Central. Railroads. Not a lot of steam stuff out there anymore. Whoa. Huh. Oh, here we are. We're almost here at the docks, I think. Oh, I'm getting all excited now. What do we got? 4 hours and 39 minutes. Okay. I think it's just going into a parking area there. Yeah, that's going into a rest area. This is like a big shed. Doesn't even look like a ferry. Oh, it is a big shed. I wonder. What do we get? Okay. There we are. Oh, let's see. Wait a minute. Take it out of the gear. Press the parking brake. And stop the engine. Oh, turn off the lights. And stop the engine. There we are. Gotta be on this trip for a little while. Okay, enter. Vasa to Hull. Yep, that's where we're going. Because Holmes said... Oh, no, that's not getting us anywhere. Hull. Alright. There are 5,300 euros. Yep, Hull discovered. Okay, enter. And we're going to go to... Europort. Okay. Here we sit. Okay. We got the park brake on. Let's start the engine up. Let's turn on our headlights. Put in gear. And let's leave your... Oh. Well, thanks a lot. Huh. And let's leave Europort. No. Oh, we got good. There we go. Yeah, I got it all going. There we go. Kind of didn't want to go. Didn't kind of really want to take this trip. Because I didn't want to discover anything in Great Britain or United Kingdom. Oh, that's not bad. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Kind of foggy. Not really sure where I am. Oh, Netherlands. An 8-hour drive ahead of us, but we're fully all rested too, so... Stop, 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 stop. Stop! I think that this particular road in multiplayer is like just an absolute nightmare because everybody's trying to get to Europort, or yeah, Europort. See, it was 1,000. What? I guess maybe this is the longest part of the drive. Some kilometers. We're down to 400 and something. And 2 more countries to go. I have to check back to see if Hull was a just a port town and that was it, or we make deliveries there. Netherlands, into Belgium. You know, I actually think this is kind of a new road. Into... Oh, I wonder if this has changed since I... Yeah. No, I've been through... Oh, I've been through here, part of it. You. Watching the map for yellow. And now we're just parked. Crash! Nope. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, look out. We're going to Brussels. Well, I don't know. Oh, just huge dividers there, or warning signs. Yeah, just looked down and checked it out. I think I made on my while I was on the ferry 2 million euros. Well, I think I'll make it over. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, so anyway, back to the train stuff. I'm kind of in a semi quandary about buying more stuff. I need more freight cars. And if I needed some open hopper. I need some more open hopper cars. So I checked out like Walthers and Hobby Link and model train stuff. And like they list 200 hopper cars. They only have Hobby Link has the most, and they have like 20 in stock. Walthers has even less, and model train stuff has even less. So it's not that I'm wanting a bunch of hopper cars, it's that I'm kind of trying to model around my area, and I would like to have not necessarily local railroad companies, but railroad companies that would be closer in the area. I'm in Idaho. Know that. So I don't want to have. I don't want to order a 3-pack with different different road numbers on it for like Virginia Railroad. And I think out of the 20-some... Uh-oh. Oh, change lanes! Hurry up! Hurry up! Oh, oh no, we can go both. Never mind. Oh, on the stop sign. Oh. Okay. No, that way looks just... Anyway, so yeah, I don't want to order Portland in Maine, or yeah, what is it? Virginia, Southern Railroad, which was basically like Alabama. I could be wrong about that. If there's any train people listening to me when I say this, I'm not sure. But anyway, I want to keep with things that were in the Northwest, Western Pacific, North Pacific, Great Northern, and like that. So anyway, out of the 20-some cars that Hobby Link had, there was 6. And out of those 6, I may already have one. So I put it all on my wish list, and no, we'll the hobby shop, there is no hobby shops here in the area close by. Spokane, there's 2. One I've never been to. I didn't really know it existed. And there's another one, and they used to have a lot more stock, but their stock is way down. Last time I was there, their stock was way down. So I don't know whether they're comparative wise to what they've had in the past, they were just really short on supplies. They used to have, like, when you walked in, you had the building had basically 2 rooms. You had the front room, or the entry area, showroom, whatever, and then you walk past the counter, and like there was a little office and a restroom, and just beyond that was another fairly open doorway, and went in the back, and that's where they had basically their building kits, and they used to have just all kinds of stuff back there. The last time I went, basically all of the center shelving, or shelving units and stuff, were all gone. Everything was hung on the walls, or on shelves or whatever, but it was all on the walls. The whole center, they had like 2 display units in the middle of the room, and they were both gone. There's been some paint companies that were paints, model paints, have gone by the wayside. And so you have this big display unit for paint, and there's holds like 1,000 bottles, and there's like 20-30 bottles, because either their supplier just doesn't have access to them anymore, or there's other companies that could come out, but other companies have replaced, but they're using a different formula, whatever. And there's how things go in the rumor mills and people panic and everything else. There's a solvent glue. Basically, it melts the plastic. It's very fast acting. And I never get the name right. 10X R7 or 10X, something like that. And it's pretty strong. It's a clear liquid. You leave the cap, use a brush, leave the cap off, and it's gone within a day and a half. It just evaporates. It's a solvent. Rumor went around that, well, they couldn't buy it anymore. And I really like the product, and I did go out and I bought a couple, 3 extra bottles. They're still sealed and stuff, but saying they're going out of, the guy was going out of business and everything else. Well, at the same time, I went to that one hobby shop in Spokane, and I bought 2 or 3 different brands of the same idea stuff. I really haven't built anything yet, so I don't know how effective they are. Because I was looking for something to replace what I had been using. And all the hoopla, all of a sudden bottles started showing up on eBay, they started showing up on Amazon. At 2 to 5 times the cost of what they were, because nobody's going to be able to buy this anymore. So we're gonna. Well, what happened was everybody was going, this place is out of business, and actually when it came. So anyway, before I zipped off to do this that I had to do, 10X 7R or 7. Anyway, all these, we can't get them from our supplier anymore. Where he's going out of business and not going to be available and blah 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 blah. Well, I don't know if it was a month, maybe a couple months after basically just panic buying, and I don't know what all was going on. Like I said, I saw them on eBay for, I think they were, I want to say they were $3.75 a bottle, but they might have been $5.75 a bottle to start. And I saw them on eBay for $8-10 for a bottle, and there was somebody somebody off of Amazon, some hobby supply. They were selling them for a couple dollars more than what you could buy them before. And kind of find out what the whole thing came down to is the guy, at one point they said, the guy's getting divorced and his wife's taking him and blah 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 blah. Come to find out, what it all came down to was that he was having a problem with his bottle supplier, or who he had been buying the bottles for. Either, I don't know the whole story, whether the bottles went up in price and so basically, yes, he did shut down production. Until he got a new bottle supplier, or until he made some kind of renegotiation, whatever. Anyway, he wound up getting bottles again. And now you can buy it just, you know, any old hobby shop anymore at the price they were a year ago or whatever it was, you know, before all the madness started. And then, you know, other things too. Plastic model kits have gone just crazy, but that's because they're basically an oil derivative. A kit you could have bought 5 years ago, 5-10 years ago. Well, I was watching a video. The guy was talking about armor model kits. And he says, well, this was kind of expensive. You can expect to pay, you know, like $70. That's crazy expensive for me. I used to build armor kits, and I remember, well, of course, this has been years and years ago, but Tamiya, they had I think it was a 1/25th scale Tiger tank that had a complete interior. Oh, okay. Thought I had a turn there. And the last time I bought one was, 1970 something. I think they were like $35 that, which was a lot of money. I have no idea what it would sell for now. But yeah, some of the stuff has just gone crazy. Crazy stupid prices on some of the stuff. I just can't I can't bring myself to for model railroading, Campbell models, little wood kits, basswood or basswood, balsa. This place discovered. Oh, yeah, well, look at that. Oh, it's like I'm plowing through the gate. Come on, thanks. So they were kind of the first Craftsman kits. They had just like a trestle or a bridge or something, and it had just a whole bunch of little pieces. Now, everything was pre-cut and everything else. Well, you really, most everything you didn't have to cut. Well, yeah, you did. Never mind. You did have to cut it. They had like, I don't know if they were a foot long, close to a foot, but oh, and all that I only get. Oh yeah, same place. All right. But anyway, they were relatively expensive then, but now they're crazy expensive now. Four-way flashers. Spin herself around. We gotta park. Park around the corner here. Park just beyond the grassy knoll. Yeah, and those particular kits have just gone crazy with some of the prices. You know, some of those craftsman wood building kits and stuff are more expensive than locomotives. So there we are. You got out of gear. Turn off the four-way flashers. Set the parking brake. Disconnect our trailer. And wait for the big surprise. Ta-da! Job completed. 3 out of 5. Go nuclear. Job completed. Fliegl semi-cistern container delivered from Oulu to Paluel. Paluel. Distance driven 999 kilometers. Time taken 52 hours and 35 minutes. Fuel consumed 320.9 liters. We got a base reward. We got a proficiency bonus of over 10,000 euros. Long distance delivery bonus, almost 3,000 euros. Urgent delivery bonus, a little over 3,000 euros. You get 1 experience point per mile or kilometer. So that's 999 experience points right there. So we made 35,540 euros. The ferry didn't cost us anything because the employer pays for that. Company truck. We don't have to do all that. That would have been, what was it, 6,000 euros, I think, taken off the top. But, so, like I said, we made 35,540 euros. 1,487 experience points, and we leveled up after that one. Yeah, now we start going up. Longer jobs. Make more money, more experience. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the trip and my endless dribbling on about model railroad stuff on a Euro Truck 2 simulation game. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the trip. If you did, remember, thumbs up. Lost my thought for a second. Suggestions, comments, feedback, appreciated. Also might want to start thinking about what you want to see me do after I've run out of Europe. So anyway, subscribe, got 60 cities to deliver to. Subscribe, hit the little bell, and you'll be notified when I put up new videos. By the time this video goes up, it's going to be, well, let's see, what is today? Today it's the 20th of May. This probably won't go up till sometime in June. So, again, I hope you enjoyed the trip. I thank you for watching, and that will be the end of this video.